welcome back to the Backpack Chat vlog. I am your host, Jerica Johnson, Jerica Jasmine to some. Just a few quick updates before we start unpacking our topic for today. First, my book is still available, How I Ruined My Life. You can go to www.thebackpackchat.com. I have some really exciting things coming up this year that I'm super excited about, and I cannot wait to share with y'all. For updates, you can follow me on Facebook at The Backpack Chat and on Instagram at the_backpack_chat. Okay, so let's get into it. Today, I will be sharing with y'all how I personally manage my anxiety. Your girl be stressed out here in these streets. Regular life is hard. Then you sprinkle in a little racism and a little corona. It's tough out here. Admittedly, I have been doing a lot better so far in 2021 and towards the end of 2020 with managing my anxiety. And I'm going to share with you how. A caveat. Everyone is different. So the things that work for me, they may not work for you, okay? I'm very much an introvert, so some of the tactics that I use to recharge and restore, they may not work for you if you're an extrovert. So let me just put that disclaimer out there, offer it. Okay, so a couple of things are super important for me to manage and alleviate a lot of my anxiety. All of these things are based upon my personal triggers. So before you start trying to figure out how to combat your anxiety, you have to be aware of what your triggers are. You are responsible for knowing your triggers. Other people aren't. The reality of living with anxiety is that you have to know what your triggers are. The world is not obligated to tiptoe around you and the things that upset you. But if you know what your triggers are, you can have things in place to help you alleviate some of the anxiety that inevitably pops up with living, okay? So we're gonna start there. Know your triggers. As I discuss some of the things that I do, I'll discuss some of my own personal triggers as well. Number one, activities that are life-giving or recharging. So this is gonna be different for everyone. For me personally, being alone recharges my system. Okay, being by myself is life-giving to me. Now, if you are an extrovert, being alone may be very challenging for you. So that's not something that I would suggest to you if you are feeling low on energy or you're feeling like you're struggling with anxiety. If being around your friends and family is what recharges you, by all means, do that, because that is what works for you. For me, leave me alone, okay? Leave me alone. For every 2 hours I'm with other people, I need like 4 to be by myself, okay? Not a people person. I am kind and I am friendly, not a people person. Another activity I do to reduce anxiety is yoga. So I am into exercising and physical activity anyway, but yoga is special for 2 reasons. So when I'm doing yoga, I can literally not focus on anything else, okay? Because my muscles be on fire. It helps me stay present and be fully aware of my body in that moment. So the skill of staying present that I learned in yoga, I learned to apply to everyday life. Okay, so one of my triggers is feeling overwhelmed. Okay, if I start feeling overstimulated, okay, I'm gone. My mind's out of here, my mind's racing, my heart's racing, panic attack is coming. So one of the things for me that alleviates feeling overwhelmed is staying present in the moment and realizing I can only do so much in this one moment. Okay? You cannot do, now multitasking is different. I get it. People can multitask. Not I. I have to handle one thing at a time. This. Can I get multiple tasks done like in succession? Absolutely. But doing too much at one time is a trigger for me. So doing yoga has helped me stay present in the moment with other areas of my life. So another thing that yoga has helped me to do throughout my day is release the tension in my muscles, relax my face muscles, relax my back, to consciously be able to do this, to be aware when I am like a ball of tension and just, okay, just relax, relate, release, okay? The second thing that is super important in my anxiety management, I take vitamins and I hydrate. And if you are dehydrated or easily prone to being dehydrated, it can mess up your mental space a lot more than people realize. For me personally, when I don't feel well, I don't function well. I am very task oriented and accomplishment driven. So when I'm not feeling well, I can't do either of those things. And then it makes me feel behind. Okay, and feeling behind and not on schedule causes me anxiety. Okay? If I'm not accomplishing, even if it's something small, like I didn't get to the laundry, okay? I didn't drop those clothes off at Goodwill, which I need to do. Having a long to-do list and not accomplishing those things or checking those things off gives me anxiety. And I can't do those things if I don't feel well. I already feel bad, then I feel worse because I'm not doing the things I need to be doing. In addition to one of my triggers being feeling behind or like I'm not accomplishing things, I realize that this is a point of contention for me. Okay, I have always struggled with knowing that I inherently have value aside from the things that I produce or what I can accomplish. Okay, I realize that this is a point of contention for me, so this is something I have to work particularly hard at. And I mean constantly, all the time. Okay, when you're young and you get a lot of accolades and like praise and stuff, that's kind of where you feel like your value is centered on, is those things that you do or who you are to people or the things that you can do for them. I am valuable all by myself, okay? I am inherently valuable because I exist, and that's that. Another thing that helps mitigate my anxiety is having a routine. We talk about this a lot for children, like children need structure and routine. Me too. I'm somebody's child, okay? I have generally the same routine every single day. So my work schedule is mostly the same. I plan out like how I do my content, and that's pretty much the same from week to week. I even schedule like when I reach out to my friends, because that makes me feel a lot less anxious. I have a routine and I stick with that routine because it definitely helps me not feel so frustrated or behind, because that's my trigger. Another way I mitigate my anxiety, I track my menstruation and my ovulation. As much as we might hate to admit it, our hormones play a huge part in our mood, our perception of experiences, all of that, okay? All of it. Now, it can be offensive for somebody to say, are you on your period? Don't do that, okay? You in my business at this point, don't do that. But ladies, it does factor in. Tracking it helps me know when my emotions are hormonal or I am truly reacting to whatever experience that I have. When my hormones are out of whack, my reactions are not the same as when they're normal or I'm feeling well. When all is well with my soul, my reactions are a lot different from when I'm feeling a little bit hormonal. And ladies, it's okay to admit that. Okay? Especially if you have like PCOS or things like that, track your moods and your ovulation. Track all of that. That definitely plays a part in what you got going on in your mental, sis. Okay, y'all, so those are the things that I do to manage my anxiety. Now, it's super important and it bears repeating. You have to be aware of your own triggers, okay? Now, that is something you are absolutely responsible for. Know what triggers you and what triggers your anxiety. That's the only way you can combat it. You make a plan, you follow your plan, follow your routine. Do what is best for you, loved ones, okay? Do what's best for you. All right? I love y'all. Peace.